Yeah, hi guys. Let's continue with the functions, what we have done it in the last class. So we have seen what is a function over here. That is, the function is used for the reusability, enhancing is the easy, and debugging is very easy. And the function will have the two parts. One is the function definition, and next one is called as function calling. Now, function definition is, it is a block of statements where we write our business logic. And this is where you have to call. Now, remember one thing, the function definition can exist without calling, but without without function definition, you can't call them. Okay. And the next important thing over here is function definition block should be before calling statement. And definition blocks can exist without calling. That's what I said it. Now here, calling statement should be after the definition block, and we can't call definition block without defining the block. Okay, clear? Now there are two types will be there. One is a built-in function. Second one is a user-defined function. This is a built-in functions which we have it. User-defined function is what we are doing it as per our requirement. Now there is something called as local variables and global variables, guys. Now these local variables are the ones which are defined inside a function, can access within a same function, is called as local variables. Second one is called as global variables, when a variable defined outside the function and can access anywhere inside. Now this is one way of defining it. Second way is, you can declare a global variable using the global keyword within the function. Now we discussed it very detailedly how we can do that both. Okay guys, now we also did with the modularization. Modularization is keeping the business logic in one function, one program, and you will be calling that one from a different programs. That is a use of modularization. Okay. Now there, and we discussed that in the function we can send some arguments. These arguments will be four types. One is a positional argument, second one is a keyword argument, third one is a definition, a default arguments, and fourth one is a variable length argument, and the fifth one is a keyword variable length argument. See, the positional argument is where the values are assigned to a argument based on the position, is called as positional argument. Next one is keyword argument. Now when the initialization is done during the calling point, whenever there is a calling point is there when you are doing the initialization of the argument, that comes under the keyword argument. What is the default argument? Initializing the argument, initializing the argument at the function definition point. There will be a function definition there when you are going to initialize the argument, that is called. Now next one is variable length argument. Variable length argument is, can accept n number of positional argument values, and it will work with the 0 arguments also. This is what I'm going to show you once again. And keyword variable length argument, this is a special type of argument which can accept n number of keyword arguments. Morning. Accept n number of keyword arguments. And it will work with 0 arguments as well. Now I will quickly show this one, guys, these two. Okay, this is what the last point which we stopped it. And this is not the functions. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the arguments over here. See, now here you can see all the arguments. I think I shared this one, right, with you all. You have it, right? Okay, good. Everyone is having the classroom access? Huh? Everyone is having the classroom access, right? Good. Now here, this is the positional argument. I'm passing on the value based on the position. Now this is a positional argument. This is the keyword argument. I'm initializing the value at the calling point. Next one is, this is a default argument where I'm initializing a value to an argument at the definition point. Now, what is arguments? Now, guys, this is an a keyword variable length argument. This can accept n number of positional arguments. How many you give it, it will accept it. And how it will store? How it will store? Tuple in the form of tuple. Now this one is keyword variable length argument. N number of keyword variable length argument will be stored inside this. How they will be stored? In the form of dictionary. Okay. Now let's see this. Okay. This is the keyword variable length, variable length argument. This is a keyword variable length argument. And one thing you have to remember is, always try to use it, the variable length argument, as star args. And keyword variable length one, double star kwargs. Now this has to be given when you are accepting the value. That is, star has to be given when you are accepting the values. Now when you want to print it, you can print it as a normal variable. No need of giving the star. Remember that. Okay. Now let's go to the next important concept. Any questions, guys, in this? Anything you want me to repeat? Anything? Good. Okay. Now let's go with yesterday's class. Who's this? What's your name? There was no class yesterday. No class yesterday. There was no class yesterday. Now, yeah, there are some important concepts. Now, these are the fundamental things, guys. Okay, what we have done, it is really very fundamental. Okay, now you take it like I'm taking it into the function 2 over here. Function. Okay, guys. Now we have seen what is a function. Function will have two parts. One is a definition part. Next one is a calling part. Okay. Now, next important thing what we have seen is we can pass the value into the function, right? Okay, Babu. We can pass the value inside the function. So when we pass the value inside the function, we are going to pass it in 4 ways. One is a positional way, second one is a keyword way, default way, or 5 ways. Okay, variable length and keyword variable length. Now we are going to see how to return a value from a function. Okay, how to return a value from a function. Now this one we are going to cover it. Second one is function reference. what is function reference? We are going to cover it today. And guys, whenever you are practicing the functions, please practice it with modularization. Simply you can practice the function. Now you can easily practice with the modularization. I want you to do it everything with the modularization. Without modularization, with modularization. Okay. Now again, how to pass function reference to another function. This is what we are going to learn it. And we are, if possible, we are going to see the nested function. And we are going to see the closure property. These are the things I'm going to complete it. Now these two are same. These three are interrelated. Once you know this, now with the, if you know this one, guys, you can play with a concept called as, I don't know, like how many people know this one. Okay, there is a concept called as decorators. Now, if you know these three, you can play with the decorators. Okay, clear? Now, these all are interrelated. Again, they are all interrelated. Now, let's see this. What is that? Now, we are not doing the decorators. It's not our part of the course. Okay, it's not. Just if I want, I will show you a quick example of the decorators, but that is not our part. Now, you are dealing with the function, your Python class, right? There they will be describing very detailedly. They are going to do it. Now, as we know that this is the function, right? We have, okay, we are having a function. This is the definition of the function. Okay, this is the definition, guys. Definition will be with the keyword def, right? We can pass. Now you are calling the function over here, function call over here. Now, when you call this function only, this definition will execute, right? You know, this is the fundamental thing. Now, once we call this one, now once we call it, then only this will be executed. Okay. Now, if you want to pass on some arguments over here, I want to pass on A, B, C. Into this, I want to pass on 10, 20, 30. So the A will go into, sorry, A will be getting 10, 20, and 30 like this. This is called as positional base, right? In the same way, you can return a value from the function. And when you return a value from the function, that value will be coming down to the place where you are calling it. Okay, wherever you are calling it, you will get that function, the value at that place only. And if you want to hold that value, you have to store it in a variable. That's it. Now, this concept is called, this can be done with the help of a return keyword. There is a return keyword is there. With the help of this, you have to do it. Again, here, the advantage with the Python, or the why the Python is so flexible is here in the, usually in other programming languages, we will not have the flexibility to return multiple values. If you want to return multiple values, we have to take the help of a container or the list or array or something like that. But here you can directly send how many values you wanted. Okay, you can send how many values you wanted and whatever the values you wanted. That is the advantage of the return. So function can return a value or multiple values, a single value or the multiple values using a return keyword. Okay. Function can return a single value, single or multiple values using return keyword, guys. Return keyword. Okay. And return keyword, the function can return n number of values. Next. Okay. And function always returns a value called null. None. Okay. Function always returns a value none, called none. Okay. Now I will tell you what I exactly mean this one. These are the some of the points you have to remember. First one is function can return single value or multiple values using the return keyword, and function can return n number of values. And you know, function always returns a value called as none, and preferably function should be the last executable statement in the function block. Function return should be, return statement should be the last executable statement inside the function. Okay, and any statement after the function will never get executed. Sorry, any statement after the return keyword. Okay, these are some of the points you have to know about the return. So function can return single or multiple values using the return keyword, and function can return n number of values. There's no limit. Okay, I will write it over here, no limit. Okay, always function always returns a value none. Okay, always returns it is by default the function will return none value, or this is a default, I can say that by default. By default. Okay, preferably return statement should be last executable statement inside function definition. Guys, just leave some space because I'm changing it. Any statement after the return keyword inside the function will never execute. Remember that. Okay, these are some of the points you have to remember. Remember these things, guys. Now just remember this. We are going to quickly see this one. Finished? Ayodhya se, na? You are from Ayodhya, right? Okay, guys, let's move. Now let me show you how we are going to write the function. Okay, module, I will say that day 2. Now I have a function. Let's take it def. I'll give it as student function, and this one will accept 3 marks, M1, M2, and M3. Okay, now these ones I'm going to take it from the user. Okay, from the main program I'm going to take this, and I'm going to calculate the total over here. That is M1 plus M2 plus M3, guys. Okay, now there is average. Average is equals to total divided by 3, right? Now I want to calculate the grade. Okay, I want to calculate the grade, and grade I want to calculate from the main program. From the this purpose is to calculate the total and average, and I want to calculate the grade from the main program. So now this one I will print it total. Okay, total, and I will print it average, guys. Okay, now how to call this one? STD. Now 50, 50, and 50, right? All the 3. Now you know it very well that function execution will be, it will start from here. It will check it out, the definition. Yes, it will not enter into that. Remember that it will not enter, right? If it enters automatically, this should be executed, but it will not enter into that. Okay. So we are going to come down over here, and from here, we are going to call this one. Now, when we call it, we are going to pass on these values like this. Okay. And this one. Okay. Now, after this, we are going to calculate this average and print the average and total. Okay. Just ignore that drawing. Okay, guys. Clear? Now, let me run this one. Okay. Clear? Now, what type of variables are these? भाई रुको, हो गया आपका chance. Anyone? What type of variables are those? Huh? I'm not talking arguments. I'm not talking arguments. I'm saying that what type of variables? There, I said there are two types of variables. What are those? What type of variables are these? Local or global? Local. Why are you getting so much confused? It is very simple. Local variable. Remember this. And these, अबे दूसरे फ्लो से फ्लाई करते हुए नीचे गए, हाँ? Local only. These all are local. Until and unless you use the global variables inside global keyword inside the function definition, it will not become a global variable. Remember that. If I'm using something like this, if you are seeing global over here, global keyword, and if I'm giving M1, M2, and M3, guys, then it will become global variables. Remember this. Until and unless you see this, it is all a local variable only. And the scope of this variable is, scope means where I can use it within the function only. You can't use it out of the function. Now, this one, average and total, they are variables. Yes or no? Yes. What type of variables? Local variables only. Don't get confused. Whatever you see it inside the function, they are local variables. Okay. Now I'm printing. Don't want to print. I want to print. Okay. Let's keep it like I want to print this one. I will get the total and average. Okay. Let me get that only total outside. I want to get the total over here in the main program, and I want to calculate the average and the grade over here. So, okay, let me calculate only the average. Total is, where is total? Inside the TOT variable, right? This one I'm not doing it. I'm having total over here, only total over here. Can you see this? We are having only total. This value, I want to get it to the main program, and I want to calculate the average. Okay. I send some values into the function to do some calculations. After that, whatever the results is coming down, I want to get it to the main program. That is my major purpose. Now here total is a one, I got it. This total, I want to get it to the main program. How I'll get it, guys? Return. Use the return keyword. Now, if I say return, okay, this will return the, whatever the value I'm giving, that will be returned. I'm returning TOT, total. Okay, this is coming down to the main program. Now, this is coming down. Yes, it is coming down. Yes, it is coming down. Now, let me see this. What happened? It is coming down to here, but I'm not catching it. Okay, I have to catch it. So I will catch it in a variable called as A. See, again, you should remember the flow. Here we are calling, it will go and it will execute all the statements, and there's a return keyword is there. From here, it will come back to the wherever you call, right? Now, while it is after the last execution statement, it will come down to the place wherever we call. Now, this place only, it will return whatever you are returning the value. This will be coming to this place only. Remember, okay? And I'm storing in A. Now A will be having what? 150. Okay, let's see this, whether it is having the 150 or not. Now let me print it. Print A. Now you see it. 150 we got it. Okay. Now this is from the main program. I will write it for your sake. This is from main program. Okay, guys. Now when I run it, it should be printing me 150, main program and 150. Okay. Now where is the total now? In which variable the total is there in the main program? A. Now how to calculate the average? A by 3. Okay. A by 3. Now, and I will print the average over here. I will print the total and average. Print A and average. Can I do this? I can. Okay, I have done some operation over here. From this operation, I got the total over here, and total I'm sending it to the main program and here. So if I'm not giving this one, what will happen? Error, right? Because I'm expecting that the value should come down. But here there's no value is sent, right? I'm expecting that the value should come down. There's no is there. So what will get it? Error. No, you will not get the error. You will get the none. Oh, okay. This one is a problem, not that. I will just remove this. Okay. Now you see this, you will get the none. Got it, guys? Now, if you check it out, our definitions over here, function can return a single value, multiple values. Now I will show you the multiple values. Function can return n number of, there's no limit. And function always, return none. That is a default value. This is the default. Okay, if you are returning, if you are not returning, function will always return a value called as none. Okay, this is an interview question. Okay, what is the value we are going to get it? Yeah, right, Balender. Okay, now and this should be the last executable. Now this is what we have finished it. These things we finished it, right? Now I will show you this multiple values. Now this one we are going to show you, like this should be the last value to be executed. Now remember this, guys. Here, okay, now we are returning. Now you got it. The function will always return a default value called as none. If I am explicitly returning, what I am going to get it? Total. Whatever the total is there, that value will get it. But if you are not returning over here, by default, the function will return a value called as none. Okay, remember that. Now, if I'm explicitly returning, then that value will return. Otherwise, none will come down. Now, let me show you, like, can I send the multiple values? Yes. I will calculate the, M1, M2 and M3. All the four values I'm sending. Okay. If I'm sending 4 values, how many variables I should have? 4. If I'm sending 4 values, you can have, if you send 1 value, you can have 1. Now I will keep it 4 variables, A, B, C and D over here. Okay. Now, let me do it like this. Yeah, it's working perfectly. Let me do it with the other one. Return none, I will write it. Now I will keep up a program over here. Here I'm not returning anything. Okay, but still I'm taking it. So what you are going to get it? None over here. The output will be none. Can you see this? None. Okay, remember this. This output will be none. Now there is one more program. Let me write it. Let me show you how to return the multiple values. Function return multi. Now here, now we are having this one. Now how many values I am sending? 4 values. And how many variables I should have? 4 variables, right? That is a basic thing, we have learned it. But here we have an advantage with this. Okay, let me show you. Now I sent it the 4 values over here. Let me print all the 4 values. A is I'm getting the total. B will be having the marks. Print C and print D. Okay guys. Now let me print it. I will get the same thing. Okay. 150 is the total. M1 is having the 50, which is we got it from here. M250, all the 3 are printed away. This is what multiple values I'm returning. Okay. Now there is one more way we can do it. Okay. Now let me show you what will happen if we are having something less. If I'm having 4 values over here, 4 values I'm sending, 4 values, 4 variables are there. If any less variable is there, now 4 values are been sent. How many variables is accepting? 3. It will give us an error. It will give us an error. See, remember the error, guys. Too many values to unpack. This we have seen it earlier also. Packing, unpacking situation. Okay. Packing and unpacking situation also we have seen the same thing. Now let me do it one more thing. Can I do it something like this? Yes? No? Yes? Huh? No. This will also give us an error. So not enough values to unpack. See, it is expected 5. You are sending only 4. Now this is, now one thing is we have to send same number of values, whatever is sending, same number of variables, it should be having it. Okay, can you see this? You will be having. Now, what if I'm having here 10 or something like this, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, like this, there are n numbers, you have to give so many variables. No, that will be a painful process. So what we can do it is, either we can give only one variable, or you can give same number of variables as that of values. Okay, there are 2 options will be there for you. Okay, either you can give same number of variables as that of values. How many values are there here? Total 8 values are there. Give 8 variables, or give only one variable, and you will get all these things inside this. Okay, now let me show you this. I'm just removing this. Can you see it? Okay, all of them we got it in a form of tuple. That's why I said it. Tuple is a default sequential data type or a data structure which Python uses to display the value. This is a default one where the Python will use it. Hope you got the answer, Balendra. Now this is the way, guys. Okay, now this, you have 2 options. One is hold the same number of variables as that of values which are written. Second is, what is the second? You can have only one variable. Okay, you can have only one variable. Okay, now this is quickly about the return, guys. Now any questions in this? It's very simple, I think so, right? It's very simple. Now what I wanted you to do it is, you apply this return in the modularization. Whatever I did it, you apply using the modularization. Please do that. Okay, it looks very simple, but please do that. Now next one is what I covered everything. Okay, this is the one. Okay, I have to show you this. These two I will cover it off. Okay. Now let me take it as simple, guys, over here. Okay, now let me, I'm calculating the total, I'm getting the total and I'm printing. This is a very simple one. Okay, very simple program. Now, as I told you, now remember this, if this is not there, what will happen? This will, execution will start from here, it will call it, it will go back, all the values whatever is there, 100, 10, 50, so 50 50 50 will be getting into this. Okay, on the basis of positional augmentation. Now we are doing a addition over there, and what is the type of arguments? Local variables. These are all local variables, and we are going to add them, and we have put the total and we are printing it. After this, what happens? It will return to the same point wherever it is called. Okay, it is very simple. Now this will, what is the value of a now? Saraka, what will be the value of a? None. Why? There is no return over here. We are not returning. What is the default value we are going to return? None. So you will be getting none over here. Okay, I didn't executed this, so I will execute now. You will get it none over here. Okay, guys, clear? Now if I want to print the total, now before that I'm saying return 10. So what is the value of a? What will be the output? Only 10. What will be the output? Okay, this is the first statement, and then we are going to get that 10 over here. 10. Why this is not executing? Because after return, if you are putting any value, it will not execute. Okay, now what will happening over here is, here it is coming down, it is taking all the values 50 50 50, and from here it is coming down, and it sees that there is a return. Return means return this value to the main program, so it is returning it. Simply it is returning the value into a. Now after returning, because for each call, if you are calling one time the program will, the function will execute. You will not get it executed multiple times. So you are calling it only once. So this will be executed only once. Now once it returns from here, it will go down over here. It will not, there's no way that this will be executed. Any number of times you are calling, it will return a value from here, guys. Okay. Now let me see this. This one. Okay, guys, clear this one? So please don't put anything after the return. Okay, if you put it anything after the return, it will not execute. It will never get executed. Never. If I got it 10 times also, if I execute it, it will never get executed. All the time it will be there. Till here only it will stop. So always make sure that return should be at the last. Okay, guys. Now let's talk about the next one. Next concept क्या बोला था मैंने? What is a reference? Yeah, reference, function reference, and all these things. I asked you a couple of times your this question, why I'm using the name fancy. Remember what is fancy refers to? Huh? మనకు చైనీస్ వాళ్ళతో ఏమైనా లింక్ ఉందా? చైనీస్ వాళ్ళతో ఏమైనా లింక్ ఉందా మనకు? మరి అంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఏంది రాదా మనకు? ఏమైనా ఉంటే పెట్టుకుంటే చెప్పు రాదు, మేము కూడా వేసుకుంటే అంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పెట్టుకోనరా. ఓకే, ఆయనకు అర్థమైంది. ఓకే, నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ఫాన్సీ? ఓ ఉందా? ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ఫాన్సీ? మీకు కూడా coding, yeah, coding standard. Fancy is nothing but using the coding standard. Now that is very important, guys. ARG, KWARGS, what is they represent? I know that that is a coding standard. What is this reference? Keyword, variable length. What is ARGS? What is fancy? Don't say coding standard. Function, a variable which holds the function reference. This is variable length argument. This is keyword variable length argument. Whenever a variable which holds the function reference, that is referred as func. Now let me show you what is this. Okay, def, here sky function is there. Okay, the purpose of the sky function is it will print this is from sky function. Okay, clear, guys? Now I'm calling, how to call this one? Okay, now a is equals to, I'm giving it, what is the output? पूरा बताओ, कुछ और नहीं दिख रहा क्या वहां पे? Print and none, right? You are clear about that? Okay, guys, try to understand this. This is very important. I said that they are all interrelated ones. Now if I am removing this, what will happen? Error, error, right? Let's see the a value. It's not an error. What is this, Babu? Ashok garu పండుగకి వెళ్ళారా? చెప్పండి. What is that? Reference of what? It's an object or not? Object or reference? Object, reference రెండు same. Object is nothing but the reference. A variable which holds the reference is called as an object. Now ఏందిది? Anyone? Function reference. ఈ function address ఉంది కదా, this function address, whatever is there, that address is this. Okay ना? हाँ बोलो, पक्का बताओ, true करो उसको. How you will say that this is a function reference? Because there is sky. Can you see it? Clear? There is a sky. This function reference is nothing but where this function is stored, that address is this. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, now if I am doing like this, what is this? Calling of function. When I am using the function name and I am using the parenthesis, that is calling of the function. If I am removing this parenthesis, now this is what is sky? What is sky? What is sky? Is a variable which is holding this function reference. Okay, what exactly happens is whenever a function is defined, whenever this function is defined, we need a function definition, right? We need a function definition. Whenever you define a function, this will be stored in a place, right? In a place it will be stored. So PVM internally what it will do is like it will create a variable with the name of the function name. whatever the function name will be there, it will create a variable and it will store this address in this variable. Okay, it will store this address in this variable. Now, when I'm printing this one, print sky, what is this? I'm printing a variable which is having the address of the function sky. Okay, it is holding the address of the function sky. Now, if I'm doing like this, then what it means? I'm calling the function sky. Okay, I'm calling the function sky. Try to understand this, guys. When I'm giving it like this is called as a reference of the function sky. This is a variable which is holding the reference of the function sky. If I'm saying like this is nothing but calling the function sky. Okay, this is a calling. Remember this. When I'm removing this one, reference of the function sky, if I'm keeping it like this, okay, calling of the function sky. Now, see why this is holding the address of this one, because this is holding the address of this one. So if I'm saying off, so you can call the function, right? No problem, you can call the function, right? Now, whoever is holding the address is capable. Yes, whoever is holding the address, they are capable of calling the function. That shows that this is a variable. See this? What this will be having? Right? Reference. Good. This will be having the reference. Right? Now, whoever is holding Sorry guys. Now let's start it. Chinda. So, like whenever you're dealing with this way, now the basic thing what you have to understand is whenever you're creating a function, okay, the function will be stored in a location, okay. That address will be, PVM will be doing this. PVM will be creating a variable by the name of function name, and it will store the address, okay. It stores the address. Now this address is the one which is displayed over here for us, okay. Now this is a variable. This is nowhere connected with the function. These two are two different entities. One is having the function, second one is a variable which is holding the address of the function, okay. Now if I do it like this, then what this mean? I'm calling the function. This one reference. Now you see this. This is a reference and this is a function. Now whoever is holding the address is capable of calling the function. Yes. Now you see this. I'm going to give it A. A is equals to sky off. Now see this guys. Print A. Okay. Now what is A value? Good. None. Okay. Now this is a very typical question they will be asking you. Please be well prepared for that. Now if I am giving it like this, then what the A value will be? Reference, because this is a variable. Okay, this is a variable. This variable is holding what? Address of this one. That is a value only. That value will be passed on to A. Okay, if you print A, what will be coming? Address only. Now it is just like this one, guys. A, now X is equals to 100, right? X is holding 100. Yes. Now Y is equals to X. X is having, Y is having what? X value is, both are same. The same thing happens over here. This is X, which is holding this address. Okay. Now what I'm passing on the address to A. Now A and sky is both are having the same. Yes, they should be same. Now I will show you sky. I'm printing the sky over here, guys. Okay. Now here, both will be the same. Got it, guys? Both will be the same. So can I call the function using A of? Yes, you can. Whoever is holding the address, they are authorized to call the function. Okay. Whoever is authorized, like whoever is holding the address, they are authorized to call the function. Now you see this. This is called. Who is calling now? A is calling, not the sky. A is calling. No, what is the sky now? Sky is a variable which is holding the address of the sky function. Okay. Now A is what? A is another variable which is holding the address of sky function. Now if I am having B over here, B is equals to A, then what is the value of B? What is the value of B? Reference of the sky function. Can I do it B of? Yes, you can do it. No problem at all. Got it, guys? Whichever the variable is holding the address, they are authorized. Now, just like if you have a room, your house, and you lock it and you lost the key. Now, whoever get that key, they are authorized to get into your house, right? Your key, your lock say, no, you are not my boss or something. No, it will not say. The same way it is. Whoever is holding that address, they are authorized to call the function. Okay, guys, clear? Now, this is what concept of the reference. Okay, reference. Now, let's see this one. Okay, I'm having one more function called as sun. I will print it. This is from sun function. Okay, guys, two functions are there. Now, what is the reference of the, which variable is holding the reference of the sky function? Which variable is holding the reference of the sky function? Sky function. Okay. Which variable is holding the reference of the sun function? Right. Now, if I print it both will be giving me address, right? Respective address over here. Okay, guys, both are giving two different addresses. Now, okay. Now, if I am having like A is equals to sky, okay, and B is equals to sun. Now, A of will be having what? Calling of the sky function. B of sun function. Is it clear, right? Now it is clear for you. Okay. Now, never forget this, because there's a lot of things are related to this. Okay. Now, let me do this. Okay. Now, let me. यार जब मैं change कर रहा हूँ तो just याद दिला देना. Code, whenever I'm changing the code, guys, directly, please remind me so that I can take it in the separate, so that you have that code. Okay, now see this, guys. I want to call the sky. Can I call the sky? How? Sky off. Okay. Now, can I call the sun? How I'll call? Sun off. Right? This is a very basic thing. I'm doing it. Now, in sun is a function, and that is called with the help of a variable sun. Now, sky is a function with the help of sky variable. We are doing it. Now, let's take that sky is accepting, okay, a argument where. Can I accept it? Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. So this, whenever I'm calling the sky function, I have to pass on this argument. One value I have to pass on. Now I'm printing that value, guys. Print var. Var is which? What type of variable? What type of variable? Var? Local variable. Now I'm calling it sky. Remember this, guys. Sky 100. Can I do this? Okay, sky 100. What will be the output? This is from the sky function and 100. Great. Okay. Now I'm passing on sky to A. Can I do this? Yes. Now, can I call A like this? Yeah. Is it okay? There won't be any error? Sure. What error? Value. This is expecting one value. I'm not passing some value. I'm passing some value over here. Can I do this? Yes, I can do this. Okay, everything will be the same. Just want to show you that. Okay, so now just imagine this, guys. I will write it, print type of var. Okay, print type of var. Now let me do this. I'm passing sky of 100. Now what will be this? Output will be 100 with the sky function 100, and type will be class int. Okay, class int. Now if I'm passing on 25.45, what will be output? 25.45 with class float. Okay, clear? Now if I'm passing on a string over here, can I do a string like this? Okay, can I pass it this one? So what will be the output? Class string, right? 25.45 class string. Okay, guys, clear? Now if I'm doing it sun over here, what is sun? What is sun? Variable which is holding the address of sun function. This is nothing but a address, is nothing but a value. Can I pass it on this one like this? Yes or no? Yes. And what will be the var? Address of sun, not sun. Address of sun, right? Now what is the type? Inter function reference type. Okay, it will be a function reference. Okay, you are passing on the function reference over here. That is what it is saying, it function reference. Okay, guys, clear? Now, what are the values? Now, let's see the values, whether they are same or not. I passed on the value from the main program, whether that is same or not. I'm printing the value over here, sun over here. Can I do this? What is this consists of sun? Reference of the sun function, right? Reference of the sun. If I print the var over here, this var and this function should be same, right? Because I'm passing on the same reference over here. Before I passed on 100, the 100 was there over here. I passed on float value was there over here. Now I'm passing on the function reference. The same function reference should be there inside the function. Now let's see this. Clear, guys? Both are same? Yes. Now, who all is holding the function reference of the sun function? What are the variable is holding? Sun and var. Both the variables are holding the reference of the sun function. What are two? One is the sun variable. Second one is the var. Okay. Now both are having the same values. You see, both are having the same values. So can I call the sun function using the var? Yes or no? Can I call the sun function using the var? Okay. Can I call? Yes, you can call. No problem about that. How I will do it? Var of. That's it. Var of. Okay, where of is the one. See, what is happening over here is the people who are getting confused. See, I'm just keeping it. Okay, let me do it something like this. I will remove this part. A is equals to, I will keep it as 100 and I'm passing on the 100 over here. Okay, A. Okay, and this value is there in the var, right? Clear? Now, what will be the value which is printed over here? What will be the value which is printed from the function? 100. Why? Because we are passing the A variable. A variable is holding the 100, right? Now, if you see this, it will be printed 100. No problem about that. Now, if I am giving it apple over here like this, what is the value which is passed on? Apple. Now you will get a string type. Now, if I am giving sun over here, sun is what? Sun is what? Reference of the sun function. That value is been assigned to weight A. Now the same reference is passed on over here. Now what is the var value? Var value is the sun function reference. Simple. Now if you see this, it will be having a sun function reference. You see, sun function, this is the reference. Where it is printed, this is what is printing. Type is equals to function type. Okay. Now again, I said you, whoever is holding the reference, they are authorized person to call the function, right? Whoever holds the reference, they are authorized. Now, who all are holding the reference over here? Who all are holding the reference of the sun function? Sun, A, and var. Now, three are the authorized person to call it. But can I call it over here var of? Yes, you can do it. Because they are holding the reference. They are holding the reference. So you can do it. No problem. Now, if I run this one, I'm nowhere calling the sun function. Can you see it? I'm nowhere calling the sun function. This is from the sun function. Clear, guys? Now, what I'm doing, I'm taking the reference of one function and passing on to another function. Passing the reference of one function to the another function. This is called as pass by reference. Now we are passing the one function reference to the another function. This is called as passing of the function reference. And now just see this. Okay. Now if I am giving it over here 100. Okay. Now what is the value of var will be? Sure. 100. Okay. This is a problem. Now let me do this. I will get the 100. Okay. By looking at this var, you will understand what value var can hold. By looking at the var, or I will give it as, x over here. By looking at the x variable, can you understand like what type of value can x can hold? Huh? Okay, I will do it one thing over here. I will remove this. Arpudam. By online people, don't give the answers. Okay. Now, can someone say me what will be the value of x? Can someone say me what will be the value of x? I gave a value. Can you say me what will be the value of x? Huh? Sure. Huh? Entunai jobla 100 and chepturu. Have you seen it? 100 and okay, let me run this one. Any more answers? Huh? Complex type. By what my intention is, by looking at this x, can you tell me what is the value inside that? You can't say it. You can't say it. But if it can be anything, it can be anything over here. Now, if I'm passing on a reference over here, sun. So it can be an integer, it can be a float, it can be a complex, it can be a function reference also. So you can't say that by looking at the variable name, you can't say that what type of value is there inside. To avoid this confusion, whenever a reference of the function is passed, the argument name is strongly recommended to keep it as func. So whenever you are seeing the word called as func, the variable name as func, that is understood that that is holding the reference of the another function. Wherever you are seeing, this is just a variable. Again, this is just a variable. But naming convention says that this is holding the reference of another function. Okay, reference of the another. Whenever you see it, just like this, by looking at args, what you can know it? It is a variable length argument. By looking at kwargs, what you'll know? Know that it is a keyword variable length argument. In the same way, whenever you see this func, guys, remember, whenever you see func, you have to know that it is a variable which is holding the reference of the function, reference of the another function. Okay, now the people who have done the decorators, if they go and see the code, they will be having, you know, decorators. Sure. The Python, the decorators is a part of Python only. Now, this is what is, guys. Now, if you want to check the decorators, now I will show you a quick program. We will do it at the last. Okay, guys. Now you got the concept of this one. What I was trying to say, this is the function reference, and clear? Any questions you have it? So the function name is always, the function will be holding a memory location. That memory location will be stored in a variable same as that of function. Okay, same as that of function name. And whoever is holding that reference, they are authorized person to call that function. Wherever they are, whichever they are, they are authorized to call that function. Remember that. Okay. Now, guys, next one, let's see the nested function. Okay. I will write the notes and I will share it with you, because I was directly explaining you. I will write the notes and I will share it with you. Now let's see the nested function. Did you note down? Anyone note down whatever I was saying? कहानी सुन रहे क्या? अब दिखाओ खोल के. Okay. Now let's talk about the nested function. Nested function is simple one, guys. So when there is a function will be there, inside that if you put one more function, that is called as a nested function. But there is some slight things you have to remember over here. What is those things are? Okay, guys. Now let's see, I'm having a function. Okay. Now def, I will say that function one, or let's take it on the sky function. Okay, I will print it over here. This is from sky function. Try to understand the concept, guys. def, now sun function, we are going to give it. This is from sun function. This is sun function. Now, if I want to call the sky, how I'll do it? Sky off. Now you know it very clearly what is going on, everything you will be knowing it. Now, if I want to call sun, sun off, right? Now, if I remove this parenthesis, this is a variable which is holding the address of the sky function. Now, whoever is holding the address, they are authorized to call the function, guys. Now, you can try it out with the modularization also. Whoever is holding the address, they are authorized to call the function. Now, both are calling the function, right? Now, here you have to remember one thing. What is this program line called as? Main program line, right? Main program line. So the first point you have to understand over here is, whenever a function definition is defined along the main program line, only those functions can be called from the main program. What you got it? So whatever the function definitions are defined along the main program, this is the main program line. How many function definitions are there along the main program? 1 and 2. These two functions are along the main program line. So these two functions, we can call it from the main program. No problem about that. I'm calling them from the main program. No problem. I can call it. But the functions which are not defined along the main program line, they are not authorized to call from the main program. Remember that. They are not authorized to call from the main program. Only the function definitions are along the main program line. Only those are the functions authorized to call from the main program line. What I'm trying to say is, now here, let me clear this. Now, sun function is along which line? It is defined along the main program line, right? Now, if I take it inside like this, now sun function is defined where? Inside the sky. Now, this one is main program line, guys. This is sky function program line, right? Now, this sun function is where? Inside the sky function, right? Inside the sky function. Now, how many functions are along the main program line? One function. Now, how many functions I can call? Only one I can call, not two. Only one function I can call. Whichever definition is along the main program line, only that function I can call it from the main program. This is showing me an error already. Okay. Now, if you want to see it, I will run it. This one. Sorry. It's showing me an error. What it is showing? Name sun is not defined. Did you mean some? It is giving me a suggestion also. Do you mean some? So what is happening is, see, the interpreter will be working like this, or the PBM will be working. It will come down over here along the main program line. Okay. And it will check it out. There is only one function called as sky. Okay. And then it will come down. You're calling the sky over here. Right? You are calling the sky. It will get into the sky and it will do all the necessary things. After that, it will get out of this and it will see that there is a sun function is called. There is no sun function along the main program line. Along the main program line, there is no sun function. So that is the reason why it is saying that there is no such function is defined. Okay, guys. Now, if I, let me clear it off, sorry. Okay, if I am keeping this sun back onto the main program line. Okay, now let me run this. It is not having any problem. Sorry for that. Okay, clear, guys? You understood? So whatever the function definitions are along the main program line, only those functions can be called from the main program. Now, if sun is inside the sky, okay, inside the sky. Now, from the main program, I can't access. Now, who is the authorized person to call the sun? Sky. Simple. Okay. Now, let me do it one more thing over here. DEF, I will keep it as moon. Print. This is from moon function. Okay, guys, this is from moon. Now, who is authorized to call the sky? From main program line. Okay, who is authorized, from where you can call the sky? From the main program line. No problem about that. Who is authorized to call the sun? Sky. Who is authorized to call the moon? Who said that? Sky answer. Sky and only sun. Okay. Whoever is locally available, they are. Now the parent of the moon function is sun. So sun is having the authorization to call the moon function. Now the parent of the sun is sky. So sky is having the authorization to call the sun function, though it's not having the authorization to call the moon function. Okay. So now I call the sky. Okay. And it went into this. Okay. It will go something like this. From here, it will go into this and it will print this one. Okay. And it will see that there is a definition is there, sun. Okay. And it will come down over here. Is there any calling? So will this be executed? No. When the function will be executed, fundamental property. When you call a function, then only it will execute. Otherwise, it will not get executed. Now, this function is called. This function is called. No, we never called it this function. We didn't call any of this function. So it will not execute. Now, what will be the output? This is sky function only. Now you see this. I'm running it. You will get the output as this is sky function only. Okay. Now, in order to execute the sun function, okay, in order to execute the sun function, where I have to call it? Where I have to call it? Inside the sky. Inside the sky means where? Huh? Yeah, this is the sun function. Okay. Now, which line of program it is? Along the sky line of program. Along this is the sky code line of program. And here you have to call it after the definition. After the definition, you have to call over here. Okay, guys. Now let me do this. Here I'm going to put down sun off. Sun off. Okay, sun off. Clear? Now what will happen? You are calling over here. It will enter into this and it will check the definition and it will get back and it will see there is a sun function is called. So from here it will get into this. Okay, then this will be printed and it will see that there is a definition of the moon, but is there anyone calling the moon function? No. So the moon function will not get executed. Okay, now let me run this one. Okay, Clear? Clear, guys? So how it will come down? The main program, this is the more coding, the main thread will come down, guys. From here, it will get into this one and it will print this one. That is what is happened. Okay. Okay. Then it will see that there is a definition over here. Yes. And it will come down. Yes, sun function is called. So it will enter into the sun function over here. What is there here? This is from the sun function that is being printed. But here there is a definition of the moon is there, but moon is never called over here. Never called. Moon never called. So moon will never execute. So only you will get these two. In order to execute the moon, I have to call the moon inside the sun function. Inside the sun function, you have to call the moon over here. Now you see, I want to call the moon. How I'll do it? Moon off. Where it is? Inside the sun function it is. Inside the sun function. Now if I run it, you will be getting it. Okay guys, any questions? Any questions? Yeah. This is only halfway. Okay. Now this is the normal way I'm showing it. I will copy this all. Now, this is the nature of the nested function, guys. Remember, always remember that the functions which are defined along the main program line can be accessed in that from the main program. If any function is defined in another function, that function is authorized to call that child function. Remember that. हाँ जी, कुछ डाउट है? नहीं, कुछ डाउट है तो यहाँ पर आके बैठो, बात करेंगे. Okay. Now, guys, it's clear, right? Now, okay. Now, let's see this. This is the outer function, which is the sky. I will give the name as parent. Can I do this? And this is the child. Okay. Now, from the main program, which one I can call? Parent only. Okay. Parent only. Now, who is authorized to call the child? Parent. Right? Inside this, I will write it. Okay. Clear, guys? Now, what will be the last statement in the parent function? What should be the last statement? No. What should be the, I said you, what should be the last statement in any function? Return. You can see the last, any statement after the return should, inside the function will never get executed. Here you see, preferably return statement should be the last executable statement. So if I want to return a value from the parent function, so where I have to put down that one? After the calling child. After the calling of the child, I have to put the return. Now, if I am returning over here, okay, if I am returning 1000, where I will get this 1000? Where I can catch this 1000? Huh? Where I am calling? Where I am calling? Anywhere? Huh? ఇక్కడ చెప్పు, ఎక్కడో జనరిక్ కాదు, ఇక్కడ చెప్పు ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో. Where we will get that 1000? Main program. Here 16th line we are going to get that 1000, because whoever is calling this one, wherever it is calling, that point you will be getting this 1000. Where it is called, here it is called, right? What is the value over here? What I will get it? 1000, right? I am storing in a variable A. Now, if I print it over here, print A, okay, print A. Now, what will get it? Here, guys. Okay. If I pass apple, what I will be the A value? Sure. Very active, very smart. Okay. Now, let's see this. Now, they take it up. Like, what is this? This is what? Calling of the child function. What is this? Reference of? Reference of? भाई हमसे बोलो ना, उनसे क्या बोल रहे हो? उसे निकाल के बोलो, कोई बात नहीं, उम्र कौन नहीं आएगा, बोलो. What is that? Reference of child function, right? This is the variable which is holding the reference of the child function. That reference is what? Just a value. Okay, just a value. Now, can I do this one? Can I return that value? Can I return that value? Yes, I can return. Now, where this value can be caught? A, right? Now, this value, whatever it is holding the child function, the A will be having the same. Yes, A will be having the same. Now, I will run this one. Just see what is there in A. Reference of? If you observe it very carefully, there is a parent function. Inside the parent function, there is locals, means in the locally, there is one more function called as child. And inside that, this is the reference of the child function. This is the address of the child function. Now, who is holding this one? Who is holding? A is holding. And as I told you, whoever is holding that reference, they are authorized to call. Yes. Can I call the child function from using A? Can I do it A of? Okay, sure. Got it, guys? Now what we are doing over here, actually, what is the rule? If whatever the functions are defined along the main program line, only those functions can be called from the main program line, right? From the main program line. So if you want to call the nested function, like the child function, who is having the authorization? Parent is having the authorization to call the child function. Okay, parent is having the authorization. But what I'm doing, I'm passing on the reference of the child function to the main program and accessing the nested function from the main program. Okay, passing on the reference of the child function to the main program, and from the main program, I'm executing the child function. Now, this process is called as closure property. Okay, what is the process? Passing of the reference of the nested function to the main program and accessing the nested function from the main program is called as closure property. Remember that, that is called as closure property. Clear, guys? Main program. Or I can say accessing. Clear, guys? Any questions? Functions are the function. I can say that function within another function is called as nested functions are accessible from nested functions are accessible from or accessible from parent function only. These are the rules. So we can't access child or nested functions from main program. So now this is what it is like. Now, if you want to access the nested functions from the main program, okay, then pass the reference of that nested function to the main program and try to access it. This property is called as closure property, guys. Definitely they will be asking the closure property in the interview if they are coming into the functions. Okay, they will definitely ask you. They will ask you the what are the arguments, different types of arguments, what will be the default return value of the function, and this one. Okay, try to note down these things if you want to note down these important questions. Nazia, have you done the Python? Have you done anything like closure decorators? In the decorators, you are going to use it. There will be a lot of scenarios will be there where we can pass on the nested function directly without giving the parent function details. We can pass on the nested function details to the concerned person and they can access the nested function very comfortably. There will be a lot of scenarios. Decorators is one of the concepts. This is used extensively. If you know it, just go through the decorators. Finished all of them? Yeah, what? Yeah, we have done all of them. Whatever the targets for today. Okay. Now we have to jump into lambda function. हाँ చేసామా ఇప్పుడే स्टार्ट చేసామా చేసామా गाली दे रहा हूँ यार समझा करो तेलुगु में बात कर रहा हूँ तो दे रहा हूँ is that problem of program main program है यार I'm checking up your presence decorators and closure properties are different చూపించినా కదా అదే కదా క్లోజర్ ప్రాపర్టీ చూపించింది చూపిస్తా ఇదే the closure property is this and you will be using it n number of places okay n number of places you will be using it now Balendra, have you done the decorators and what are the concepts involved with the decorators? Now, if you want to perform the decorator, Balendra, what are the concepts you should know? One of the properties are closure property is very important on that. अब बोलो मत मैंने सर मैंने कर दिया मुझे मालूम नहीं है बोल के. Now guys, let me show you this one. You are asking a major problem, right? See from here, some of the concepts will be there, like your OOPS concepts. Okay, you will have the inheritance, you will have the polymorphism, you will have the abstraction. There are so many places you will be using it. Okay, it's not that only thing is that you have to know the mechanism how to use it. Like if you learn a bike, learn a car. Now, what the person will be teaching you? He will be teaching how to drive a car. Okay, why he is teaching you so effectively means whatever maybe the problem may come up, you should be able to handle it. It's not that only the traffic jam; it can be anything. Okay, the same thing I'm doing it. I'm teaching you the mechanism. Try to understand the mechanism. You can use it that one anywhere, wherever you want it. Now, whatever the example I gave it to you, the assignment, use it over there. No problem. You can use it over there. Or if you want to now, if there is a person is there, just imagine. We are having a multi-level nested functions are there. Now, for example, this is the multi-level nested function. Now, this is the outer function. Okay, this is having its own mechanism. Okay, this will call the inner function over here. This is the inner function. Okay, inside this there will be one more level of inner function. Okay, now see this. This is the outer function which is having the like all the details of the students. Okay, now this is the inner function which is having the faculty details who are going to deal with this class. Okay, outer function class. Now suppose this is a class, maybe this is maybe like MTech class or MS class. Now these are the faculties which are dealing with it. Okay, these are the faculties which are dealing with this. Okay, now these are the salary details of the faculties inside this. Now I want to give access of this one to my accounts department. Without giving the access to this one, I don't want to give the access to this one. I want to give the access of only this one. So just make a closure, return the value from here. When you return it, that's it, you will get it. When you return this one from here, when you return it, this will come to the place wherever it is, whenever it is called. From here you return, it will come to the main program. You will get it in a variable, send that variable to the person and he will be accessing this one. It's as easy as that. Now, okay, I know that you didn't get anything. Huh? Got it, huh? There'll be a lot of scenarios will be there, guys. Now I will show you a small example as we are having a time. Function reference. మీకు ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కావాలన్నా డెకరేటర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కావాలన్నా ఇదే కావాలి. గుడ్ బాయ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay, function reference. Now let's see this one. DEF is a function, fun one. Okay. Now this is having DEF fun2 or child. I will give it as child. Parent. Okay. Now this one is having a G child. What is this? Grandchild. Okay, guys. Now see this. How many program lines are there over here? Think again. Huh? Or we are having a different program lines, right? This is the one program line where you will be writing main program line, right? And this one is parent program line. This one is, and this one is grandchild. 4 program lines are there. Okay. Now, now I want to call the Now I will give it a small message over here. Print. This is parent function. Okay, parent function. Now this is child function. And this is grandchild function. Okay. Now, okay guys. Now see this. This is what? This is the hierarchy. I'm wanted to call the, what I can call it from the main program? Parent, right? Good. I will can call the parent. Now this will give me only one message, right? Now I want to give the access of the child function to the main program. Okay, to the main program. Now how I will get it? Huh? How? Where I have to return? Under the parent program line, return the child. Okay. Now this can be hold where? Main program, right? Here A. Now A, or let me keep it as a C over here. C is holding the reference of the child. Print C. Okay, let me do it. Print C. Okay. Now what will happen? Which one will be called? Child and okay, this is the child. Now, or if I want to call this C of, okay, then what will happen? Child is okay. Clear, guys? Now this one, this is just a variable. Remember that this is just a variable holding that. If I'm doing C of, then this will be going to the child. Okay. Now I want to pass on this one to the main program. How I'll do it? Return here, return G child. And where it will come down? Where it will come down? Wherever the grandchild is, child is called. Where is the child called? Here. Here it will return down. Okay. Now you see this. I'm giving it B or grandchild, right? GC is equals to. Now if I print GC, what you are going to get it? Huh? GC ID, like reference of the grandchild. Now if you observe it very carefully, this is the parent, local, there's child, local, there is a grandchild. Okay. Now from here, GC off, I can do it. So we can do the GC off. Now you can see this. I'm calling that parent. Got it, guys? This is okay. This is okay. Now, let me write down this. Again, it will be a now, if I show you the modularization, guys, mod, you have to do this. Okay. Mod dot py, mod 1 dot py. So this I'm keeping it. I'm not calling anything over here. Okay, this is the actual my business logic. Just imagine there is a a.py. Okay, a.py. From here, I want to call this mod. How I'll do it? Import mod 1 dot. I said you another way. From mod 1 import star. Okay, import star. This will get you. Now here, what I am accessible over here? Huh? What all the things I am accessible? Which are there in the mod 1 which is accessible from the A? Can I access child? That's what I'm asking. అప్పటి నుంచి అడిగేది అదే మరి. Huh? Parent function only. You can access the parent function only. Now, if I give it parent of, can I do this? Can I do this? Yes. Now, if I'm having the parent of, what is returning over here? Now, child is returning, right? Child is coming down to us. Clear? Child is coming down to us. Now, you see this? I'm calling it A. Now, first I'm trying to use the child, guys. Can I get it? No, I can't get it because child is inside the parent. Who is authorized to call the parent? The child, parent is the authorized to call it. Now, here I can't do it. If I'm doing it, it will give me an error over here. Can you see? It is giving me an error. So, what I have to do it over here is parent. Okay, I will do the parent. Now, if I run this one, a parent will be executed, but it is returning the child reference that I can hold it in the C over here. C. Okay. Now, print, sorry, C off means what happens? It will be returning the child. Okay. Okay. Now, this is returning what? Grandchild. Okay. Here, guys. Any doubt? See, guys, what is was asking is correct. Like how to get the only grandchild value. This one is getting all the three values. I will take the only B. B is there. B is another function. Now I'm keeping A is as it is. Okay, I'm not changing it. I want to access only and only grandchild. I don't want to give it the access of the child function. So here I will say that from M1 import star, because I'm getting the values. Here I will call it mod, sorry, not M1, mod. Now here I will call the parent. Okay. Now here what I will do it is, instead of returning the value over here, instead of returning the value, I will give it something like this. What? Sorry, not this. This. What I'm doing over here? Huh? You are calling the child function. Now this child function internally, what happens? It is going and calling the child function, and what it is getting? Grandchild. Okay, grandchild. And grandchild, this will be returned where? Here. Okay, you got it? Okay, let me. If I'm saying A, guys, over here. Okay. Now here I'm calling what? Parent. And it will go and execute the parent function, right? Parent function, it will go and execute. This will be printed and it will come down over here. Okay. And it will go and call the child function over here. Okay, child function it will call. Where is child function? Here it is. And it will start executing this. But it will not enter into the grandchild. Remember this, it will not enter into the grandchild. It will return the value of the grandchild. That is, it will return the reference of the grandchild. Where it will come down this reference? Wherever the child is called. Where the child is called? Here the child. So here A will be having the grandchild reference. Okay, guys, A will be having the grandchild. Now, if I am returning over here A, then what happens? Grandchild value will be coming directly over here. Okay, to the main program, you will get the directly grandchild value. Now here, if I say that GC is equals to, and if I print it GC of, okay, now I'm not having anything over here. Just see this. I'm just commenting this one. I will run it directly. You will get the GC. Parent and grandchild. Got it, guys? Parent and grandchild. Now, these two steps, we can make it in one step. How we can do it? Here, when we are calling the child, it will go and execute the child function. Yes, clear? And it will return what? Grandchild reference. This will coming down over here and storing in A, right? Storing in A, and A I'm passing on over here. There's a two-step. Instead of this two-step, what I can do it, I can directly call over here child. Can I do this? Yes, we can do it. This will go and call the child over here. Whatever is there, it will execute and it will return what? Grandchild. And that value will be automatically sent to this one. Now, if you do this, you will be getting it. Okay, guys? Keep it out. Huh? For your data science program. कौन बढ़िया है समझ गया मराठी में लिखा हुआ है क्या ये? Manoj, I'm not the right person to decide that. I think that you have to coordinate with the management over there. Okay, please coordinate with the management. I don't have any problem. You can coordinate with the management and I will be doing it. Okay, guys, clear? Going on, huh? Any questions, guys? I know that this looks quite complicated, but the basic thing is practice it. Basically, that's why I told you the modularization. Just practice the modularization. You can play with these things. It is not so difficult at all. Okay, whatever level you want to do it, you can do it. Without this one, you know, you can't implement the projects, guys. Of course, data science we can implement it, no problem about that. But this level coding, we will never use it in the data science. Please don't get confused. This level coding, we are not going to use it, but holding this level of coding is very, very important for you to grow in your career. Okay, to grow in your career, if you want to become a strong coder, yeah, today they may not ask you about data science people. Okay, if you know a little bit coding, come in, but that will not be forever. It will be like, it will be within 2 or 3 years, they will be asking a very strong coders. Okay, they want to build the models or very advanced level models. Then they want a very high level. This is again, it's not a very high level coding at all. It's a very simple coding. Only thing is that you should understand the flow. That's it. If you understand the flow, you will get it very clearly. Okay, guys. And the people who are from the like Python background, if you know this, for the applying of the decorators, there are 3 concepts are required for this. Okay, what are the 3 concepts is nested functions, which we have done it. Second one is passing of the reference. Third one is closure property. If you know these things, you can play with the decorators. If you don't know these things, it will be difficult for you, because the whole mechanism will be based on this one. These 3 combination is called as a decorator. Balendra, hope you got the point. Go and check the code what you written in your Now you understood that these are very important. So do that, just practice it. Now these three combination is called as a, something like this. Okay guys, chalo then I will stop it over here and we will meet tomorrow at the same time, continuing with the class. And tomorrow we will be jumping into the lambda function, and please go through this one, these especially the last 3 points what I said it, today's nested function, passing of the reference and the closure properties are the very, very important things guys. Okay, chalo guys, I will stop it over here and we will meet tomorrow continuing with the same things. Yeah, tomorrow, if anyone wanted the backup of the functions, I can give it, no problem. The complete functions, I can do it. Sai, I'm not much expertise. I don't have any expertise in working with a MacBook, but I can definitely try it out. I can definitely try it out. If you want to get it, you can get it. I can help you out with that. Okay. By Imran, that's a good thing that you want to learn, but you should also know that whether I want to teach it or not, right? That is more important, I think so. I will try, Imran. That's I was just kidding it. I will try my level best because my time frame is very strict, and let's see that if it is possible, I will definitely take up that oops. Okay, guys, whoever is missed out the classes or having any doubts in the functions, tomorrow we will be having a backup. And before tomorrow, I strongly recommend, because tomorrow we are going to deal with the lambda function. So I will strongly recommend you to come down with the backup, like whatever you have learned, because we will be jumping into the lambda function. Tomorrow will be the end of, there's the recursion function is there. After that, we will be jumping into the lambda function. That's it. And look back in your list comprehension, if comprehension, and come down over there. Okay, guys. Thank you.